Why that's so laggy? I need to take this off. Why that's so laggy? I need to take this off. Why that's so laggy? I need to take... Let's see. Let's work with this. Settings. Guess we got to go green tonight because the backdrop wasn't working with StreamYard. So I should have went with my first mind and did it through OBS. I didn't. No need to change it now. No need to change it now. Happy Friday. Let's get a few people in here. See, we got 10 going so far. Let's do a little roll call. Got Garnett West, Jimmy Kidwell, Bruno, what's up? Dre. I looked at your stepbrother, man. The dude can get it. He can go. And like Garnett said, he one cut, and if he gets to the second level, it's tough. And this is all highlights. So I got to kind of scale back because I ain't seen all 22. But based off his highlights, the dude can get it. The dude, he runs hard. He's one cut and go and not a lot of dancing. He get the ball. He run the inside zone like a charm. He knows how to run the inside zone. And a lot of his highlights were off the inside zone. And then catching the balls out the backfield. And not just in and out routes, catching the ball down the field. So I think he can get a chance to I don't know where he's gonna be drafted because I don't know, like I said, the whole picture, not seeing the all 22 and only seeing his highlights for like 5 minutes. I like what I saw in the highlights, but anybody can make the highlight package look good. So with that being said, I think he got a shot though, because he presses the hole and he's slow to and quick through the hole, and then once he get there, I ain't see a lot of people catching from behind. And it was good that he had clips in there versus Penn State and Wisconsin. He had clips in there versus the big time schools. So I want to get it out the way first because I told you I was going to do it Wednesday. I forgot. You reminded me earlier. I went on ahead and did it. Went on ahead and knocked it out. All right. Back to the roll call. Drunk Duck was good. Godson, what's up, OG? Mr. No Block, No Rock. Yeah, that's me. No Block, No Rock. Rob Smoke, I'm still tripping that you played wide receiver and DB in high school. Man, life, man. 25 years ago. Last time I touched the football field competitively, I was 17. I'm 42 now. So 1994 was the last year I competitively played football other than little flag football and, stuff around the neighborhood and whatnot. So, hey, it's a difference. And as you grow older, you pick up weight unless you're extremely active. And there was a time in my life where I was not extremely active, but I was still eating good and drinking good. So this is the result of it. But now I'm trying to keep it under control and stay healthy so I can live to see some grandchildren and hopefully see some great grandchildren. That's where we at. Engraving, we're talking about Reggie Corbin. That's what we're talking about, Engraving. Reggie Corbin. That's Dre's stepbrother, I think he said. Rico, what's up? Errol, what's up? Drunk Duck, we got him. Got more new comments toward the bottom. Let's see who else. Purple Kool-Aid, box 2. Now, box 2, but I don't have my purple Kool-Aid. I don't know if you're able to get this or not. But I got this thing called Uncle Nears. And Uncle Nears was Nears Green was his name. He was the guy that taught Jack Daniels. I ain't gonna say taught him how to brew, but kind of eased him, in the process. And so maybe about 2 or 3 years ago, this lady found out his story, and she basically made a drink with his name in it. So Uncle Nears, 100 proof, smooth. You don't need that much, and this probably gonna last me the whole show. Let's see where we at. So let's get this thing started. You don't want this eating playing raw smoke. I promise you don't want this. You don't want that now. Who's here now, Dre? Who's here? Tell me who's here before we get started. Oh yeah, we don't. My family don't do step either. It's either you in or you ain't. You in or you ain't. And check that. My wife's family taught me that. Our family did do the step and all that stuff, but my wife's family taught me you either in or you out, and ain't no step. It's that's where it's at. But to get this thing jumped off, let's kind of go into the Costa's little not his press conference, but his conference call. I got a few things that he said, and we can talk about for a minute. Then after that, matter of fact, let me just after we go through that, we'll get in the chat box and answer questions. So if you have questions, kind of hold on to them until we get to the questions part. Then I got 10 questions for y'all, so we can learn about each other. And not only can y'all learn about me, you can learn about other people in the chat box. So that's how it's gonna go down. And I got the phone's gonna be lit later. I had the phones lit later, so we got plenty of time, plenty of space. Ain't nothing to it. Ain't nothing to it, but add an opportunity. So let's get into it. First one. Let me go to my banners. Here we go. And all these tweets came from Jeff Zerbiak. I think I'm saying that right. All these tweets came from Jeff Zerbiak. So he said he was on Perry. Perry is the quarterback from Navy. He said, I really admire him as a player. I think he has unbelievable intangibles. He got a unique skill set, and I'd love to see him get a chance. And it's hard to decipher what's going on with this press conference. Because I think Ian Raven talked about it earlier. You can everybody's not gonna be completely truthful. You know, it may be some truth in every lie, but they ain't gonna be completely truthful. He may be trying to throw people off, and then he may be trying to be honest. You really don't know, because it's a game. This is the Costas game time. The players play in fall. This is the Costas game time right now. This is him strapping his helmet on, chin strap, mouthpiece, pads. This is his time to play. So he running strategy, running games. And I know they got a plan. We're fans of one of the best ran organizations in the NFL. So if you think them cats don't have a plan, another thing coming. All right. King Caleb was good. Game, that's what it is. Chess. Chess, not checkers. That's exactly what it is. This chess, not checkers. All right, let's go on to the next tweet. DaCosta said he feels like all the projected first-round tackles could move inside and play guard if need be. The Ravens don't need a day one O tackle. They do need one or two interior O linemen. So with that being said, everybody knows I have the Cush crush. But with him saying this, I think there's truth to this. So then that those second level tackles into play at 28 to me. That throws I think his name is Josh Jones in the mix. That throws let's just say it like this. It takes Wirfs out. It takes the tackle from Alabama out, and it takes the tackle from Georgia out, and maybe even the tackle from Louisville. It takes those four out. But every other lineman is probably fair game at 28, if that's what we're going to go first pick. And I would love for it to be Cushenberry. I wouldn't be opposed to him taking a tackle and moving him to guard. I wouldn't be opposed to that. I wouldn't even, like, if we didn't take Cushenberry, we took another lineman that was a tackle in college and moved him in, I wouldn't even trip about it. But I still think Cush is the best interior guy. It's just maybe a tackle, one of those second-tier tackles may be better playing guard than Cush or Ruiz. But I still think Cush, be honest with you, 28 rolls up, and we don't have a receiver that we want, don't have an edge guy we want, we don't have an inside linebacker we want. Trade it. Trade it to somebody that has a high second-round pick. Then that gives you 3 second rounds, if I'm not mistaken. That'll give you 3 second-round picks. You can get a Cush. You can get a Willie Gay. You can get a Dye. You can get a Zach Bond. You can get, a lot of value in that second round. You can have a great second day. And Sonny always talking about trading at 28. If the guy we don't want is there, I'm not opposed to get up out that pick and getting more draft collateral. I wouldn't mind going from 9 to 10 picks. The more the merrier, as far as I'm concerned. Like if I was a Dolphins fan, I'd be doing mock drafts all day, every day. Because they got like 14 picks. All right, moving on to the next one. And again, all these tweets are from Jeff Zerbiak. I just copied his tweets and brought them over here to use them as a reference. DaCosta said the team has to be convinced it's getting an elite player if it trades up. So with that being said, if there is not a dog in the mix, ain't no trading up. And I know I use a double negative then. Triple negative. Ain't no, and me shaking my head. It's a triple negative. Ain't no trading up. If we're not getting an elite guy, if we're not getting a top end guy, Isaiah Simmons, a top end guy, CeeDee Lamb, a top end guy, one of those tackles, ain't no trading up. And I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. We got enough picks to hit. If half our picks come in and be good, I'm good with that. So we got 9. If four of them contribute on a decent to high level, and 4 of them just kind of maybe make the team or practice squad, and then one person kind of up and down, I'm great with that. Because look back at the 18 draft. 18 draft, 5 guys balling out that draft. And we got a franchise QB. So the more picks, the merrier. I mean, there's more chance to better your team. More chance to better your team. Hey, you ain't got to apologize for being late. As long as we here. We all here. We here. We're going to be here for a minute, too. Friday night. Nothing else to do. Some people got purple Kool-Aid. I got brown tonight. So we're going to be in here. And I see all your comments. I'm going to get to them. Let's move on to the next tweet. In general, this is from DaCosta. Trading up is dangerous. It's a little bit risky. I'd like to have 10, 12, 14 picks in every draft, all things being equal. And I just said that. The more picks you get, the better chance you have of improving your team. And then it makes those veteran guys have to work to keep their spots. So everybody gets better, and then iron sharpens iron. Everybody gets better, and then iron sharpens iron. You go against the best every day in practice, you're going to end up being the best. That's how I go. And then sometimes, like, if you got an elite defense and you can't move the ball on them in practice, you think when they come out on Sundays, they'd move the ball on anybody else. That ain't necessarily the case. You got an elite defense. Them defense coaches going to have to scale back and tell them guys, hey, look, let them get their confidence back. Let them get their confidence up because they're going to go out on Saturday, Sunday, Friday, Thursday, whatever night they play. They're going to lay their head because they ain't used to success. So you may have to, like if you got a dog nose tackle, a dog middle linebacker, a dog safety, you may have to rotate them from time to time in practice to let the offense get a 5 or 10 yard gain. Because they just go straight negatives, they're gonna have shitty meetings. The morale gonna be shitty, and it's gonna be tough. Sorry, Raven. So that is what it is. All right, moving on to the next one. DaCosta said he feels like Oklahoma wide receiver CeeDee Lamb to be long gone by the time the Ravens are on the clock in the first round. This is part of that chess match. I don't think he has no interest in CeeDee Lamb. I think he has interest in him. I don't think he has interest in giving up collateral to get up there to get him. I think the furthest the CeeDee Lamb would drop down is probably 15. Now, with that being said, CeeDee Lamb kind of hovering, and for some reason, him, Judy, or Ruggs is still at 18, 19, 20. No, preferably 20. Something might jump off. He may have action. If Lamb, Ruggs, Judy sitting around there at 20, one of them 3, we might have action. And then everybody's clamoring for wide receiver anyway. I don't think we personally need a wide receiver that early. I think we need interior linemen. And if you haven't heard, I'm going to tell you why right now. Because we run the ball. Us running the ball affects the entire team, not just the offense. We run the ball successfully. The defense comes in fresh every time. We don't run the ball successfully, which we didn't with those last couple of games Joe played. Defense was tired. They start, second quarter, third quarter, definitely fourth quarter, people start busting runs, busting big plays because they were tired. Too many plays. Now in Lamar, run the ball, eat the time up. On defense, you resting. So you come out enthused, ready to go, rested, and knowing you really, if you give your all for a good 5 to 8 plays, 8 at most, you're off the field. Then once you get off, you're probably gonna sit there another 25 minutes in real time, not game time, but in real time, you're probably gonna sit another 25 minutes because the offense is gonna control the ball. They're gonna control the ball. All right, moving on. They got 2 more tweets. DeCosta said the Ravens feel like there's enough quality wide receiver available. They could get a guy to come in and make immediate impact in the 5th round. Ooh. 5th round? The reason I'm skeptical on that because the run on wide receivers gonna be stupid in that 2nd and 3rd round. I mean, it's gonna be stupid. Because you look at Van Jefferson, look at Justin Jefferson, Mims, KJ Hamler, Ayuk, Shenault. Who else out there? The younger, the lower school guys, the Quez Watkins from Southern Miss. Somebody asked me about what's the boy name from Arkansas State. I talked about him the other day because I coached against him in high school. What's that boy name? He's 6'3", and he had 93 catches. I can't remember his name. 93 catches. What's the kid name from Arkansas State? The receiver. But he ran a slow 40 at the combine. He ran a slow 40. But you got Duvernay from Texas. Yeah, somebody just told me that. Omar Bayless. That's him. Omar Bayless. It's Omar Bayless and Quez Watkins may be the type of people he's talking about in that 5th round. My thing is, if you can take a guy late, he needs to be able to do one thing exceptionally well. And Quez can run. Quez Watkins can run. Omar's a big body. I think Omar kind of reminds me of Boykin, but you just can't deny his production. 93 catches, 1,600 yards. 93 catches, 1,600 yards in the I forget what conference Arkansas State's in. Oh, I forgot about Rager. I did forget about Rager. So that's what 12, 13 names right there. Pittman, the other tall Texas kid. There's a ton of guys out there. A ton receiver class. So it's deep. And now I'm calling these names out, and I'm convincing myself that the cost might be right. Might be somebody in the 5th round that can help. We anti-Claypool over here. I am. I'm anti-Claypool. Lynn Bowden. I forgot about Lynn Bowden. Lynn Bowden and Shenault gonna be Debo Samuel light. Lynn Bowden and Shenault gonna be Debo Samuel like. Just give them the ball the best way you can. Let them work. All right. And the last tweet from Jeff Zerbiak. Ravens GM DeCosta said it would be foolish for the Ravens not to consider taking a tight end at some point in the draft if there's a guy who has the right skill set. I've only looked at, wait a minute, Bowden is trash. Hold on, time out. Jimmy, why you think Bowden trash? Jimmy Kidwell, why you think Bowden trash? I gotta wait on this, I'm sorry. Let me sip this tea, as they say. Waiting on this. I don't know if he's gonna reply to me, but when it pop up, I'll see it again. When he really answers that, I'll go back to it. Oh, I forgot about Brian Edwards too. The only tight end I really looked at, and because I've done so much film on his teammates, is Moss. I like Moss. I think Moss will be a 3rd, 4th round guy. But he's the only tight end I've looked at because I did Justin Jefferson, Clyde Edward-Helaire, Cushenberry, Patrick Queen, what's the DB? Delpit. Who else I did off that team? I don't know. I did so many LSU guys. It's ridiculous. But anyway, I saw Moss all the time because I was watching film on those guys all the time. All right. And let me give y'all a crazy number. I was talking to Vosh, and he was talking about number 1 for LSU. His name slips my mind too. But when I did my film on Justin Jefferson, I remember putting up his stats. His stats, he had like 1,500 yards and like 18 TDs. But the other receiver, number 1, Jamal Chase, that's the name, Jamal Chase, he had 1,800 yards and 20 TDs. So Joe Burrow had 3,300 yards with 2 receivers. Two receivers, he had 3,300 yards. That's 3,300 yards and 38 TDs with 2 guys. 2. It's crazy. But hats off to Joe. NFL ain't gonna be that easy, buddy. It's not gonna be that easy, especially if you go to Cincinnati, because we're gonna send them purple people eaters to get you, bro. Them purple people eaters coming. Jay Will, LSU always have a stacked roster. That's why I think Burrow is overrated. LSU always do have a stacked roster. They just never have a quarterback. Joe Burrow is the best quarterback to come through LSU in a long, long time. LSU always had good running back. They had good skill guys, good linemen, good D linemen. They just never had a quarterback to put it together. And when they got this guy off the transfer portal, they got a good one. All right. So with that being said, now we can get into the chat box. Question from the chat box. So let me scroll over to this old chat box and see what y'all talking about. Let me scroll up. Don't want to forget nobody. All right, let's see. Got all that. Who we taking in the first round? This is from Drugged Up. Who we taking in the first round? And I want to know what that duck drinking too. Look like he lit. But I think we're taking nobody in the first round. I think we're gonna trade out of 28. I think we're gonna trade out of 28. Trade back. I think we're gonna trade back for 28. So I don't think we're gonna draft nobody at 28. I don't. Doing a lot of drafts, doing a lot of mock drafts, and just doing different scenarios. And if one of those inside linebackers are there, we'll probably take him. Or take one of those tackles and move them to guard. But if none of those 2 scenarios are there, I think we're gonna trade out of it. I do. I'd be willing to bet we trade out of it. All right. Godson says, what about Darnell Mooney? Godson, what you need to do, and since I got the email, I got my email set up. So for questions for subscribers, and I'm moving it to Tuesday at 9. I'm coming off Wednesday night at 8 because that's a little early. I'm moving it to Tuesday at 9 o'clock. And the email address for you to send your questions to be a part of the show is sip2tally@gmail.com. That's simple. I'm not going to put in those things on the community post. I'm just going to talk about it from different times. I may put the email back in the community post. But the email for the questions, sip2tally, SIP, the number 2, tally, @gmail.com. That's for the questions with subscribers. Or if there's somebody you might want me to have an opinion about, because I think I got one more film I'm going to do before the draft, and that's Zach Bond. But the rest of them, I'm going to be taking guys that you guys may recommend and give you a short little video about them, preferably from my backyard, because I really enjoy doing that. So like this guy, Darnell Mooney, that Godson's talking about, I may do a little research on him, go in the backyard, give you a little video and chop it up like that. Because that was fun. Even though the bird kind of stole the show. I don't know where that bird was in the tree. But when I rewatched it, he took over the show. But it was fun being back there. All right. Let's go with the next one. Make sure you have your purple Kool-Aid. Coach, why you change your YouTube name? What you mean why I changed my YouTube name? I didn't change my YouTube name. I don't think I did. If I did, I'd go check something. Maybe it went to my real name. That's what it did. Probably went to my real name. I got to change it back. I was trying to separate my new email, which is for the questions from my regular email, and it probably changed my name to my name. So I'll go back and check that out. Let me see if I'm on YouTube on this other screen. Let's see. Oh yeah, it did change. So I'll go back and change it. Thank you, BoxTube. I go back and change it back. Appreciate it. Let's see. The champ Ing Raven is here. What up, Ing Raven? But we talked about it earlier. Let's go scroll. Come on. Grown man drink. Yeah, it most definitely is. This is Uncle Nearest, 100 proof. Let's see this from Bruno. Bruno always had good stuff. Coach, I'm messing around with some mocks, and I'm looking at Van Jefferson and Brian Edwards in the third. Who you got? I'm a fan of Van. I'm definitely a fan of Van. I'm definitely a fan of Van Jefferson. Brian Edwards he's a big body possession guy, and we got to give Miles the opportunity to fill that role. I think we got to give Miles the opportunity to fill that role. We need some competition there. Yeah, I see it, Jimmy. I know what happened. I'm gonna go back and change it when the stream's over with. I know where to go back and change it. I'm feeling Van. Yeah, I'm feeling Van Jefferson, Brian Edwards. We got to give Jimmy a chance to fill that role, and that's really how I feel about it. But I take Van over Brian if that's your question. Van Jefferson is way better than Brian Edwards. Van Jefferson got the second best routes in the draft next to Judy. Van Jefferson feet so quick, and he do the hesitation crossover, pop, pop. Oh, that boy feet nasty. And I was watching the game. I fell asleep watching Florida versus Georgia maybe 2 nights ago, and he went up and got a jump ball at the goal line, full extension on the cat. Nasty. But I really like Van Jefferson. I really like his route running, and he'll be the type of dude that to get open and be open enough he could feel what Snead does for us. I still think we need an outside guy. He could feel that role what Snead does for us and be better at it because he's faster and quicker. Snead's real reliable, but he was part of that drop parade in the playoffs too. But if we had somebody like Van Jefferson, Snead probably would need to be on the lookout for his position. All right. Let's see. What else we got over here? King Cali, what's good? I see you. I like Ruiz a lot. Yeah, I was bashing Ruiz earlier. He not bad. He not bad at all. I got to give props what props do. Ruiz, he's not bad at all. I don't think he better than Cushenberry. Make sure you quote that. Not better with my camera. Oh, not better than Cushenberry. Let me move this over a little bit. Since the green screen not working anyway. Not better than Cushenberry. There we go. Let's see where we at. Devin Dukes, don't worry about being late, man. It's good. What happened to Miles Boykin? King Cali, nothing happened to Miles Boykin. He just wasn't one of our better receivers at the time. Or we depended so heavy on the tight ends and Hollywood that just couldn't get on the field. And maybe they didn't trust him enough to be out there, but I mean, he had 2 touchdowns, I think. And then we had one against Miami in the first game. I think he may have had another one late in the game. But he needs to be the guy that we can throw jump balls to. And not necessarily just fade jump balls, but like the ball can be scrambling and throw it high and let him go up and get it because he's so tall. He needs to fill that role. He needs to be working on that wherever he's at because we know he's not in South Florida working with his quarterback. But I'm not going to even talk about that. All right, let's move on. Let's see what Drake got down here. I've seen some film on defensive pass rusher Jabari Zuniga from the Florida Gators. The kid has skills, speed off the end, and power move. He is a great player. And I agree with you 100%, Dre. I don't know why he's rated so low. I really have no clue why Zuniga's rated so low. I like his entire package. He has multiple moves off the edge. He's strong. He's quick, twitchy. I don't know why he's rated so low. I don't know if he had off the field issues. I think the other end is rated higher than him. Greenard, Grinyard or something like whatever his name is. I think that guy's rated higher than Zuniga, but I like Zuniga. That could be a 3rd through 5th round guy that I wouldn't mind us getting either to feel that edge. I like Zuniga, and this is before I watch film on Bond. I like Zuniga better than Bond, but I like Chason better than all of them. So that's how I feel about that. I gotta lock in on Bond because I really don't want to do him, but different people keep asking about Zach Bond, and he's a potential pick for us at 28. So I guess I need to look and see what he's talking about or what his skill set look like so I can know what I'm talking about when I talk about him. And you know what? You're not getting a film on Zach Bond because I don't want to do it, so I'm probably going to have to do it. So what I'm going to do is, like I'm going to do the rest of these guys, I'm going to watch some tape on them and chill and just come to you from the backyard with my thoughts on them. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do with Zach Bond. So I'm gonna watch the tape. That way I gotta write down notes so I can kind of process it, and then I in turn either spit it out at my desk, or if it's daytime, I'll go outside in the backyard and put your little video together. That's how the Zach Bond's coming. All right, but I really think Zuniga's better than him just as of right now. But I gotta look at more film. All right, let's see what we at. Oh, here we go. We got one. If Queen and Murray is gone, do you think they'll take D-line Epinesa or what's that, Blacklock? Blacklock. I don't know who Blacklock is. Let me see if the name rings a bell to me real quick. Where my God, dog it. 1 second. I'm back. And no, this is not a stream like Ian Raven. I do have on shorts. We're not pulling Ian Raven today. I have on shorts. So let's see who Blacklock is. That must be Miss Pale. What's his first name? Tell me what's Blacklock's first name. Ross Blacklock. There it is. Ross Blacklock from TCU. Okay, that's another guy I have to look up. So I can't answer that right now because I don't know much about Blacklock. But Ross Blacklock from TCU, that's who it is. So guy can't answer that question right now. But if you take what you typed and send it to the email, sip2tally@gmail.com, it'll get answered on the next live. And I have an answer for you. Do that. Take that, what you just typed, send it to the email, and then we'll go from there. All right? Next one. To be honest, we don't need an elite receiver, just to me somebody who can consistently catch 50-50 balls. Well, if you consistently catch 50-50 balls, would that be 100-0 balls? Or 85-15 balls? I'm just saying. We should be 50% at 50-50 balls. If we're 50% at 50-50 balls, that's a good number because 3 things can happen. We can catch it, which is good, and 2 bad things. They can pick it off or they can knock it down. So if we're 50% on those things and 1 good thing can happen and 2 bad, we should be good. We should be good. All right. We do need an elite receiver. We do. I think Hollywood's going to become that elite receiver. Let's see where we at. See if we're getting close to the bottom. CD will fall to us. We hope. I had high expectations for Borkin. Me too. I still do. They're not. My expectations for Borkin I ain't killed him off yet. I got faith in him. He can make a big jump from year 1 to year 2. I just wish he would have. And I know it's tough to travel in our climate right now, but I wish he could have some kind of way found a way to work with Lamar in South Florida. You know, I know he probably don't live down where he lives, but I just wish he could have found a way to build that chemistry because Lamar threw the ball to the people he trusted. Snead, Hollywood, Andrews. That's it. Everybody else had catches from time to time. For the most part, Lamar threw the ball to the people he trusted. I think he trusted Hurst too. But them 4 guys, that's where the ball was going for the most part. Them 4 guys right there. All right, let's slide on down a little bit so I can hopefully get caught up. So this is what I was talking about receivers. Did I ever get an answer as to why Lynn Bowden is trash? Let's see. Did we ever get an answer to why Lynn Bowden is trash? Yeah, Mims would fit perfect. John Hightower and James Prochet are the type of receivers EDC is talking about. Bruno, what's their skill set that they do great? What's the one? Because if you get drafted late, you got to be excellent at one thing. Like Hamler. I know Hamler probably gonna go early, but he is lightning fast. Rager disappointed me. I was excited to see Rager run at the combine, and he picked up all that weight and ran a darn 4.5 or something like that. He disappointed me. Boy, I was hyped up to see him run and ran that slow time. But I would have buffed up after the combine or tried to buff up after the combine because my 40 time need to be low as possible. Because every point off that clock is dollar signs. Every 10th of a second off that clock is dollar signs. If you run a 4.3 but somebody else run a 4.2 and y'all got the same skill set, so you run a 4.33 and somebody else run a 4.29, y'all got the same skill set. Now running it, that's the difference in those times. But your bank account ain't gonna look a lot different than that. It's gonna look a lot different because that 2 on that thing is a lot different than 3, and then it's definitely different than the 4.4s. And all the time, and we speak about people running 4.5s. That still ain't slow. That's not slow at all. Like let's think about it in high school terms. Most kids in high school run 4.5 to 4.8. And you have, a few that blaze a little, time. And I was blessed this year. I had 2 guys run low 4.4s. And dare I say 4.3, because even though they were clocked at 4.3 at different camps, it just can't really trust all the numbers you hear. So I'm just going to say they run low 4.4s. So 4.5 is still fast. 4.6 is okay. 4.7 is now you're teetering on you need to play a different position. All right. Let's see where we at. All right, at the bottom, finally. Yeah, we're at the bottom. All right. Can we draft? Let me see. Here we go. Can we draft Logan Wilson with our 3rd pick in the 4th round? Boy, Lex Get It is enamored with Logan Wilson. He on everybody's page talking about Logan Wilson. And I ain't mad at it because Logan can play. You thought I was going to say something negative. Logan can play. If you don't know who Logan Wilson is, he's linebacker from Wyoming. I think it's not Wyoming. They brown and yellow. Is it Wyoming? Whatever it is. He's number 30. He can play. He can cover a little bit. He's a thumper. He's intelligent. He can play. You can put him in that group of guys that, if we don't get the linebacker, the initial linebackers we want, that I wouldn't be mad if we got him. The GOAT 53. Let's go. Let's pop up right here. I know this is spelled wrong, but I think I know who you're talking about. Raekwon Davis from Alabama. If you're here, that's what you're talking about. Raekwon Davis from Alabama. I think if that is who you're talking about. Raekwon's about 6'8". He's actually from Mississippi also. He's about 6'7", 6'8". Plays the 3 technique for Alabama. And when they're in the odd, he plays the 4-eye tight 5 for him. He's a huge body, extremely athletic. He's a smaller Calais Campbell. He ain't as thick as Calais yet, not as strong, probably not as intelligent down in the box, but that's what he could be. That's what Raekwon Davis could be, if we're talking about the same guy. Yeah, that's what we talk. We talking about the same guy, and he a member of the greatest fraternity ever, Omega Psi Phi. Root to the brothers. But yeah, I got another question. Where is it? I just saw it. I got another question. Just saw it. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Who are my top 5 linebackers? So, all right, Bruno. Before I answer this, are we putting inside linebackers or because some outside linebackers are edge guys or linebackers too? So, top 5 inside guys or what? Give me my criteria because it's one dude I don't know where to put him. No problem, Devin. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you for tuning in. Not Simmons? Okay. Not Simmons. All right. So you already knew who I was talking about. So Queen Murray. Because I already did this. Who was so I do it from top 5. This is what I had on my top 9 and 9. I had number 1 was Queen. Number 2 was Troy Dye. Number 3 was Murray. Number 4 was who was number 4 on my top 5 at 5? I think Harrison was number 4. And then number 5 was Willie Gay. Or vice versa, like that. That was my top. Them my top 5, right there. And Harrison is different from all those guys because Harrison is a straight, bam. Harrison is a straight bust your head guy. Harrison is if you run power eye or some with a butt sniffer, and Harrison is that guy to come in there and mess some stuff up. He comes to FSU and not Florida State Seminoles. Harrison is that dude that brings that wood. Willie Gay reckless too. He is. Willie Gay, but Willie Gay want all the smoke. He want the smoke talking. He want the smoke playing. He want the smoke off the field. He want the smoke on Twitter. Willie Gay is that guy. Willie Gay is the dude you want on your team if you get to fight in a bar. Because you know it ain't gonna be over with till y'all win. It's not gonna be over with till y'all win. And he's definitely not the guy you want to fight because it's not gonna be over with till he win. That's the dude right there. See, Lex got Zach Bond. I think to me, Zach Bond's an edge guy. From what I've seen, he's an edge guy. I didn't throw him in that linebacker thing because I think he's an edge guy out there with the Predator. That's why I didn't put Zach Bond in there. All right, Simmons is positionless. I know. I got another one up here. Hold on. Tommy T. Let's see what Tommy T got. Who do you like more, Donovan Peoples-Jones or T. Higgins? I think Higgins has a higher ceiling, but Peoples-Jones will fit our offense better. And you said a mouthful right there. T. Higgins is an elite level bad ball catcher. And what I mean by bad balls, and they're not necessarily bad thrown balls, but back shoulders, too high, out of bounds, like where you got to stretch and get it. T. Higgins is elite at that. And he kind of sneakily gets you yak yardage because he's so wiry. People think he's weak. He ain't. He's not. He's not weak. Donovan Peoples-Jones, on the other hand, he's more put together for his muscular body-wise. He had a terrible quarterback. Terrible. I'm finna get off the subject for a minute. Let me tell you how bad Donovan Peoples-Jones quarterback is. This dude had Van Jefferson, DK Metcalf, and AJ Brown on his team at the same time. Let that sit in. Van Jefferson, DK Metcalf, and AJ Brown. Because Van Jefferson started at Ole Miss, if y'all didn't know that. Van Jefferson from Florida started his college career at Ole Miss. Shea Patterson, poop. But anyway, Peoples-Jones, he does a good job of running after the catch. He returned kicks for Michigan too, so he can do a lot of different things. And I like his game. I like his overall game. I don't necessarily think he's a top tier receiver, but he could be, that this long run is gonna happen with receivers. He could be in there. Donovan Peoples-Jones, not bad. Did he even make my top? I think, yeah, both of those were my top 9. T. Higgins was number 4 or 5. And Donovan Peoples-Jones might have been number 9, 8 or 9. So both of those guys made my top 9 and 9. All right. Let's see where we at. All right. What's this? When we do get O-line, the game minutes say it's one between. Oh, yeah, it is. It is one of the trenches. I picked the wrong one, though. The game is one of the trenches. Everybody know that. Football is one offensive line, defensive line. And if you could protect, if you want to throw, that's great. If you can run the ball and you got an elite runner, but you don't have to have an elite runner to run the ball. You can have an average running back and get 1,000 yards with it if you got top tier O-line. And I'm going to give you an example. And some of y'all might want to fight me out when I say this, but I'm going to give you an example. Emmitt Smith is not the best running back to play in the NFL. I know he got the most yards. Emmitt Smith is not the best running back to play in the NFL. Emmitt Smith played behind the best O-line for arguably 7 to 10 years. Let that sink in. Emmitt Smith played behind the best O-line for 7 to 10 years. Barry Sanders is the best running back to ever play the NFL. And I'd be willing to go tit for tat with that. Barry Sanders played with maybe one good lineman his entire career. Maybe one good lineman. Maybe one good lineman still hit all them yards. And boy, he hurt me when he retired. I was like, he coming back. He in his prime. I think he was close to the record too at the time. I was like, yeah, he coming back. And when he didn't come back that first year, I'm like, yeah, Barry, come on back at that time. And when he didn't show up the second year, yeah, Barry was a beast at Oklahoma State. I think I was watching his I don't know if it was a 30 for 30 or what about Barry Sanders, but the other coach for maybe it was Switzer from Oklahoma that had Thurman Thomas. And he was like, Thurman had went down or was hurt or something. And they was like, and he got up. And the coach was like, I'm glad Thurman got up. And so the defensive coordinator was like, why? Like, because you don't want Barry Sanders in there. I think Barry might have been a freshman at the time. Because I think he had tried to recruit Barry Sanders and knew what he had or whatnot. Said you ain't want Barry Sanders in that game because it was going to get ugly. And then when Thurman graduated and went on to the NFL, I don't know if he graduated now, might have went early. But when Thurman got out the way, Barry got jiggy with it. Yeah, like father, like son. I see you saying about Bo. He got hurt too early. What I will say is the hardest player to defend ever on a video game is Tecmo Bowl Bo Jackson. And I'm showing my age now. The hardest player ever to defend on any video game, including the one when Vic was on the cover, is Bo Jackson. Tecmo Bowl, you even have to do no moves. You just bounce off of him. Go flying. Tecmo Bowl would be like the equivalent of having a, and 99 is the highest you can get on Madden. Tecmo Bowl would be like 149. That's how good he was on that game. If you didn't get him right around the line of scrimmage with your defensive tackles or linebackers, and then I don't know if a lot of you don't know it, in Tecmo Bowl they lock up, then whoever hit the button fast enough could break the tackle. And Bo was good at that. You had to hit it 3-4 good times. Bo breaking that tackle, he gone. And he's 0 to 60 in no time. But yeah, you new gamers, you know nothing about that. That was the old Nintendo game right there. You new gamers know nothing about that. All right, let's see what else in the chat box. Changing on man. Culpepper was a beast. He was. Now this is what we're gonna do. Cause y'all always asking me questions. How long we been on here? 50 minutes. Oh, that time went by quick. Well, we ain't through yet. We ain't done yet. Man, cut that out. Godson, Tecmo Bowl was a monster. I think Culpepper was good on Madden 04 because he had the Randy. I'll give you another hot take. I'm going to type this in the chat box so y'all can respond to it. This is another hot take. What y'all think about that? What you think about that? I just text in the chat box. Let's see. I'm gonna see if the hate coming. Is there any hate coming? Oh, okay. We in agreement. And I had a guy told me that my Mississippi card was being taken from me because I didn't say Jerry Rice was the best receiver ever. Jerry Rice got all the accolades. Jerry Rice is a great receiver from a small HBCU from the backwoods of Mississippi. Great receiver. The standard that you want your receiver to be at. Moss was just a physical freak. And had Moss had the straight line demeanor like Rice, stay out of trouble, just football. Man, he broke all them records. All them down years at the Raiders and whatnot. You see, he had that downtime, and when he got him a quarterback that halfway knew the game, he broke all them records in New England. That year with Tom Brady, who could top that? How many? And I don't know the record books, but how many times a receiver had 20-something touchdowns in a season? That don't normally happen, do it? And all Moss was that he run. If you see that, let it go. If you see him throw that hand up, let it go. It's a wrap. Just run the go route. If that hand go up, quarterback, throw it. I don't care who back there. I don't care who back there. Throw it up. Hey, we got a super chat. Let's throw this up there. The show stops for super chats. Before I forget to thank you, Coach, for the 5 content you've made and will continue to make. Hey, I appreciate it. Raw Smoke, I appreciate the 5. Appreciate it. He got 5 on it. I appreciate you. But he's one of the guys that's always here, always shows up, always have questions, always, we have good back and forth. He gives me his point of view and I give him mine, and we just collaborate, man. It's a beautiful thing. I appreciate you again for dropping the 5 and salute. But we still ain't going nowhere. We ain't even got to my part, but I think it's gonna be my favorite part of the show tonight. Let's see what this is. Baltimore. We didn't steal now. We didn't steal it. They tried to steal it from us with them lights going off. They tried to steal that with the lights going off. Any chance Chase Young's follow top 5? No. I repeat, no. No. No chance. T.O. was a beast. All right, let's get into what I'm excited about doing right here. Let me go back to my banners. So this was about to happen. I'm going to put a question on the screen. I'm going to give my answers. Then I'm going to respond to your answers. So it's basically, I got, how many questions I got? Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so I got 5 questions. And I'm going to give you my answers. Why? Because I know it's a little delay. So that way, by the time I finish with my answer, your answer will start coming up in the chat box, and I can kind of see what you're talking about. All right, we cool with that? Wrote a song about it. Want to hear it? Here you go. All right. First thing, what are you guys watching right now in this quarantine time besides Sip the Telly? What are you watching on Netflix, on TV, on Hulu, Showtime, HBO? What's your go-to thing that you're watching and trying to get you through this quarantine time? All right, what for me is, and it's funny because I like this show called Nailed It on not YouTube on Netflix. Show called Nailed It. I watched Tiger King. What else? What else I got? Tiger King was crazy, wasn't it? Damn, Carol Baskin. Oh, the Tiger King. And I watched that and I was like, bro, why am I still watching this? But I couldn't turn it off. I couldn't turn it off. I could not turn it off. And other YouTubers. I don't like. I had a TV sitting right here, like maybe a 60-inch right beside me. TV barely comes on. Oh, I have watched. I caught up on not SWAT. It's on CBS. SEAL Team. Come on, CBS. I like that show. Let's see what y'all got to do. Godson, you cutting up, Godson. I'm not putting that up there. Godson. You showing out, bro. I ain't gonna even tell y'all what Godson said he watching. Wink. But let's see. We got I heard Ozark was good. I haven't started on that yet. I heard Ozark was good. The Wire over. I paid for The Wire through Apple Music, so I have the entire all 8 seasons, whatever it was. The Wire is possibly the best TV show ever. The Wire is possibly the best TV show ever. And my top 2 TV shows ever. No. Yeah, The Wire is my first. My second is Martin. And third to me is Game of Thrones. Let's see what else y'all watch. Stay on YouTube. Yeah, I stay on YouTube a lot. And on YouTube, if you don't know, Sonny, SCG Sports, Ing Raven, Joe Nubo is NF Podcast. Cravens and Raven got a podcast. Fred and Scott at Birdland BS. Sudden Death then kicked in with us. It's another guy that does some Raven content, but he is more so he's a gamer. I forget his name. I can't think of that dude's name. But that's what I've been watching on YouTube too. And I watch a lot of cooking videos. I watch like music videos, and I watched like 3 or 4 videos on not Fortnite, on Call of Duty, on the Warfare, because I'm addicted to that. And I just started 2 days ago. The Warzone on Call of Duty is addictive. If you have not played it, don't. It is addictive. That might be one of the reasons. No, that. I just need the break. All right, watching mock drafts and reading Ravens content and research prospects. Hey, that's a good thing. That's what I'm doing, Lex. On top of other things. Sanford and Son. Y'all like Sanford and Son. Bum, 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 bum. Omar's coming. So Omar knew about that. Omar is coming. Oh, I got a super chat from Jared. I ain't see it. I missed it. My bad. Let me throw it up there. Where my comments at? Let me go over here to the comments. There it is. The Godfather of Harlem and Dave Chappelle. Chappelle is in my top 5 too. Chappelle's show is in my top 5. I have not seen The Godfather of Harlem. Is that with what's the dude name? I can't think of his name. What's the guy's name in The Godfather of Harlem? I can't think of his name. I really can't think of his name. Golly. I don't remember his name, but you know what I'm talking about because my eye kept messing up. I got another super chat. Thanks for the deuce, Jared. We got another. Now my eye hurt now because I'm rubbing it. Last Chance U and the rest of the Ravens YouTube. Now, the first 2 Last Chance U's, is that even right? Apostrophe S, Last Chance U's. But Last Chance U season 1 and 2 was at East Mississippi in Scuba, Mississippi. Not Scuba. Is it Scuba? I think it might be Scuba. But before I moved to Florida, Scuba was probably 45 minutes from where I was living. And they actually had one of my former players on the team. He didn't get any camera time because he was such a good student and player combined. He was a great student athlete that he wasn't going to do anything outlandish to even get TV time. So that's why I saw him in passing a couple times and like in football in the highlight clips. But he was such a straight line, like a wholesome, good kid that his storyline would have been boring. So that's why he didn't get, any camera time. But a lot of those kids come from bad situations. And I know some of y'all thinking that they may have been putting on for the camera. Nah. It's tough. Some schools like use old books and like I came from a school in my hometown that we used the history book that I taught out of when I left in 12 or 13. And I never paid attention to like the date in it. But when I got to Tallahassee and I worked at a good school, that was a real good, like grade wise, a good school. I found that book in like a box of books, and it was real dusty. And so I picked it off because this is what I used to teaching out of. The book was like 13 years old. So when they're in those areas, they can't afford to get the best technology, and they probably live off in the backwoods, and some of them have to work. So reading, writing, and algebra and trigonometry and geometry and essays, they don't care about that. They're trying to find a way to get out of poverty. And if it's sports, that's what they focus on. And, school is secondary. If they're fortunate enough to get out of high school, they probably barely got out of high school. That's why they go to JUCO. They go to JUCO. And if they go to JUCO, ball out, go to a D1 school, they really got to be in school. If they ball out for real, they really only got to be at a big school 1 year. I mean, not 1 year, one semester. Because you have to be out of high school 3 years, 2 years at JUCO, then that 1 year at the big school. Them your 3 years right there. So you really just got to manage JUCO, be good and stay eligible that first semester of football, and they're gonna bring you in at the summer. So you're probably gonna have a leg up because you're probably gonna pass some summer school classes, and you'll be good. And really at JUCO, the goal for JUCO is to go there for 18 months. Your whole freshman year, your sophomore year to January, and then hopefully you've graduated and you can go on to a bigger school. But them kids really they really have it. Forrest Whitaker is who I was talking about. Yeah, Snowfall good too. Snowfall and Narcos good. Snowfall and Narcos. Hold on, Lex. I'm asking the questions. Wait, man. We might come back to that. I might have to say that for the next show. That's a good question. All right. Next question. See, Jordan on the same thing as you, godson. Y'all watching the same thing. Nobo, Raven, ID channel, mock drafts, Forrest Whitaker. All right, next question is up. Your favorite musician alive, not favorite all time. Your favorite musician that's alive and why? So I'm gonna give you my favorite musician, Jay-Z. And I'm gonna say not because as his music evolved when Pac and Biggie died, his words always stayed relevant to me because of the age. I kind of grew up on him. So as he changed from just talking about screwing, drinking, selling dope, he started talking about some positive things. He started talking about building wealth and learning the law so the people can't take advantage of him and just other stuff. And even last album when he was talking about like creating generational wealth and doing stuff for your kids and apologizing for his mess ups, that stuff resonated with me because I don't care. I mean, some of the music that sounds good, yeah, some of it sounds good, but who advocates popping pills? I'm old, so I'm like all they talk about is popping pills. I don't even like to take a Percocet after I had surgery. So why I'm gonna take a Percocet for recreational use? That's stupid. But anyway, I ain't gonna go in the soapbox. Let's see who we got. Eminem. I like Eminem, and guys, I like Boosie. The Boosie Baton Rouge is an hour from the crib, So Boosie go hard for me, especially old Boosie. Old Boosie hit when he was fresh out the scene and hungry. When he always had that white stuff inside his mouth because his sugar diabetes wasn't right, as they say. That's the Boosie I like. Crit's good. Crit's a Mississippian. Chris, Crit got a line that me and my friends always say. How that line go? I forgot it now because I'm putting myself on the spot. Something why you came. If you ain't, what is it? Why the F you came? I can't remember that line. But anyway, that's Crit line. What's up, Brandon? I see you in the chat box. Young boy. Man, Jordan. Why he talk about that girl mama? I mean, daddy like that. I got some right here. Yeah, I got this something right there. Tell me why a young boy talk about that girl daddy like that. He had to see me. And I am talking about like see out his eyes. He had to see me. I don't care who he is. He can be old boy. You talk about me like that. And you dating my daughter or going whatever it is. Nah, homie. It don't work like that. All right, let's see what else in the chat box. J. Cole, a perfect blend of 90s. Yes, J. Cole. He's a great bridge from old to new. J. Cole, he said it on one of his songs too. He's a great bridge from the old school rappers to this new age of rappers. He's a great bridge. Great bridge. All right, let's see what else we got. Too many good musicians. Jared, there it is. Hold on. I just saw it. Let me throw this up here. Where is it? Where that is. That's that Crit line. What you mean you ain't nasty? Why the F you came? That's it. Jared know what I'm talking about. Thanks for the deuce again. That's the exact line. That's a Crit fan right there, boy. See who else we got over here. A Boogie. I like A Boogie too. A Boogie's cool. Old Boosie, old Webby. Greg, what's your favorite Boosie and Webby track? Greg Castillo, what's your favorite Boosie and Webby track? Slick Rick. Oh, Slick Rick, cool. Yeah, Slick Rick with the patch. Slick Rick with the patch is cool. Outkast. I like Outkast. OUTKAST. GOOD. Good in my them all them dudes they was banging when they was out. Smaller CeeLo, Outkast, Andre. Them boys, they had Atlanta on fire. All right. Going to question number 3, Ron Isley. I like Ron Isley. But we gonna this is a side question to go with this one. This is question 2B. Any genre of music, whether it be rap, R&B, country, headbanger, forgot what they call it, heavy metal. What is the greatest CD ever? And when I say greatest CD ever, you got to have at least 9 to 10 songs on there. But you just got to be able to press play and enjoy the CD. Yo, you got to just press play and enjoy that CD completely. The greatest CD ever. I'm going to type mine in the chat box just to be with y'all. Pimp to a Butterfly. Ain't that that's shoot. Why are these names slipping my mind tonight? The boy on the West Coast, Kendrick Lamar. The Blueprint is good. The Blueprint is good. Machiavelli's good. Machiavelli's good. Come with me. Hail Mary. Machiavelli is good. Ready to Die, Biggie. Yeah, I like Ready to Die. That roll too. Thriller's good. Thriller's, but like some people, Michael Jackson come on the radio for some people, they'll change it. Mike has some good music. Mike has some good music. Godson, I remember the first time when I heard that All Eyes on Me pop, and he had I I won't deny it. I'm a straight rider. Boom, boom, boom. I rewind that like keep I saying rewind. So telling my age again. I played that back like 15 times before I even listened to the song. Before I even listened to the song. The good say I like listening to what's that? Deva Primail? Namaste. I have no clue what that is. Zero. I'm losing it. East 1999, my yeah, Lex. That's a good one too. That's a good one. That's a good one. It's some crazy stuff said on there that I look like. How did they say that fast? And then when you figure out what they're saying, it makes sense to you. I will. I Google it right now because I forget. Let me Google it right now. Where is it? Where is it? Y'all typing too fast. Where's she at? Oh, pre-mail. There it is. Let's see. All right, so it's up. It's up on my second screen, and I check it out when the throwback. I mean, not the throwback. When the live stream over. Let's see where we at. T.I. trap music. Hey, Stephen Morris. What was T.I.'s first CD? Matter of fact, what trap? No, it wasn't trap music. What was T.I. first CD? Yeah. Big Crit. We got another super chat. Forget what y'all talking about right now. Got to go to the super chat. Got to go to the super chat. Come on, comments. There it is. Got 10 spot. Got 10 spot. KRIT. Meridian, Mississippi. Mississippi's finest. KRIT. Big Crit, baby. Hey, Arrow, sorry. Appreciate the 10. Appreciate it. All the support. You one of them guys that's always there supporting too. I appreciate you. Don't let a day go by and think that I take you guys for granted. I really do appreciate it. Every little bit helps. So I can bring out the best content and with the best equipment I can get my hands on, and that's what it's go to. That's what it go to. So I appreciate it. All right. Appreciate it again. And keep in mind, he said Big Crit. So he keep it in Mississippi. Mike Beaton came in here with that old school stuff. I'm serious. There it is. I like Sade too. I'm serious was his first CD. I saw T.I. perform before he was a star. I saw him perform in this little small club in Hazelhurst, Mississippi. And when I say he turned it out, and I had great seats too because it had a lower level where the dance floor was, and you could walk up on both sides, and they had stairs, and one side they had a couple tables, the other side they had like maybe 2 tables in the DJ booth. So I was good with the DJ, and I got to stand right there by the DJ booth and had like a bird's eye on the whole show. Man, he cut up. You got this dub over here by the goods. I appreciate it. He ain't leave a comment, but hey, next comment he leave, I'm gonna make sure to throw it up there because he put a dub in the comment. The goods, I appreciate you. Same thing. Lately he been coming on, been in all the live streams, answering questions, commenting up under videos, talking. It's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing. It's beautiful. I appreciate it. I appreciated the goods and it's crazy. I appreciate it. I appreciate it big time. I don't really have the words to give you a thank you dissertation, but I'm just gonna keep bringing out content, man. I'm just gonna keep putting it out, keep having wholesome good stuff. Because we got 5 questions. We just on number 2 because we got all this good stuff to talk about and all these different opinions, and it's like to me what this is like walking in a room with a bunch of people you really don't know, and then just have different conversations, and then you find out that okay, we are alike. We are similar. We may look different. We may talk a different, slang or swag or whatnot. We may dress different. But for the most part, we kind of close to being the same. So that's what I decided to do with these questions. And it's actually working out pretty well. So the goods did ask a question, and we're going to get back to what this side stuff we talking about when I answer this question. He says, what we think of Tristan Wirfs, how we rank in the OTs. So I have a group of 4 And then I have those 4 and everybody else. And that 4 is Wirfs, the kid from Alabama. I can't think his name right now. Becton, and the kid from Georgia. Those 4, then everybody else. Like the guy that they mentioned that, we may try to go after is the kid from Houston, I think. Jones, maybe. I think that's Jones. But that's kind of where those guys are. And if I had to go a 1 through 4, I would say the kid from Alabama's 1, the kid from Georgia's 2, the kid Wirfs is 3, and the kid from Louisville 4. And because I put a lot of stock in SEC play. And Wirfs may be better than them, but I saw the kid from Alabama and the kid from Georgia against SEC competition weekly. That's why I put them above Wirfs. And then Wirfs played, he played in the next best running conference, which is the Big Ten. And Becton's just raw. He's a mountain of a man. He's just raw. If he get with a good old line coach and can develop his strength more and his core strength so he can move a little better and get a little bit better feet. Because at Louisville, he just take people and erase them. Like sometimes with no technique, he just grab guys and get out of here. Just throw them away. Like he taking out the trash. Pick a guy up, put him on his back, and walk out. All right. So let's drop back over here where we at. Go back to these questions. Let's go on to question number 3 because I see some more football questions starting to come in, and we'll filter back to that once we finish with these questions. This is a good one. You have to think on this one. Would you like to be famous? If yes, what would you want to be famous for? If not, no. Would you like to be famous? If yes, what would you like to be famous? What did you want to be famous for? If no, why not? So to me, yes, I would like to be famous. No, take that back. I like to be rich. So no, I don't. Do I want to be famous? If I'm famous, I want to be famous for something I did and not something I did that was good and not infamous. I don't want to be like Kim, when Kim Kardashian first came out, she was sex tape famous. Or famous for like getting caught stealing something, or famous like the dude with the pretty eyes that was a mug shot and all the ladies went crazy. I don't want to be that kind of famous. I want to be famous for like a athlete or a musician, or I invented something, that kind of fame. Because all fame don't come at the same. All fame don't come at the same. And I want to be settled in a relationship. I don't want to be famous and single. No. I need to be famous and just got engaged or famous and married. I don't want to be famous and single. No way. No. And let's see what we got in the chat box. Greg says no. Lex says not famous but rich. Greg says rich, not famous. Both of them say the same. Steven says he says no because he would have any privacy. I didn't think about that. Because like every time you walk out, camera on you. Because everybody got a camera phone now. So you're right. The privacy is, but you probably don't have privacy unless you go in a room in your house. You probably got to have a interior room inside your house to have privacy. Because if you got, a lot of fancy rich people have like window walls, like the whole wall's a window, and with the drones and the paparazzi and all that, they'll probably be in trees and whatnot, taking pictures or trying to get a shot or see you cooking naked or just in the middle of the night, going to the bathroom and snapping. It's crazy. And it's people out there that pay for that type of stuff too, just to say something bad about somebody. But hey, that's that goes with being famous. Jared says I'd rather be rich than famous, like father, like son. Yes, for finding the fountain of youth. Hey, you find it, holla at your boy. These grades have taken over. Man, black don't even want to come out the side no more. It's ridiculous. My hair back. Let's see where we at. No to fame. I like being low key. It ain't nothing wrong with that. Box two, box X2, Bob X2. I'm sorry, Bob X2. That's what it is. Nothing wrong with being low key. Cause I am, I like doing this, but you never think I would, work up the nerve to do this. Cause I was always a shy, quiet person. Doing this right here and being encouraged to do this, it lets my personality out a little bit that I normally box up and just hide. A lot of my students will tell you they think I'm mad all the time. I rarely smile, walk around mean mugging, and that's me. Now once I open up, like if I think about me, if I go to if I go to a party or something or a gathering and there's a bunch of new people there, I'm gonna say a word. Unless I know somebody there. I ain't gonna say much. I'm gonna watch the room and kind of tell what people, okay, man, I might can be cool with this dude. Yeah, I can rock with this person. And then I may slowly interact and whatnot. But if I'm in there and I don't get good vibes from none of them, I really don't care how rude you think it is. I'm just not gonna rock with you. I'm not gonna rock with you. Let's see what else we got in the chat box. Famous for something like a curing disease or something. You're trying to save lives. Yes, that's the kind of famous I'm talking about. I'm famous to my wife. That's enough for me. Hey, that's all it takes. If she thinks you're a rock star, superstar, superhero, that's all you need. That's all you need. Hey, the goods. Make sure you screenshot this and text her that so you can get you some brownie points. Screenshot it, text it to her. Make sure you get some brownie points. Get you one of them coupons for later. All right, I think we got one more question. Oh, we got two more questions. What's the title of the current chapter in your life? So wherever you at in life, what's going to be the book title for that part of your life where you at now? And for me, my title would be called The Enlightenment. The Enlightenment. At a point to where I think I've been in enlightenment since about 35. Like, because that's when I finally started being able to see the world. Like, because I had really only been in Mississippi. I went to Atlanta for softball. I went to St. Louis for softball. So all these long trips I had outside of Mississippi was to play recreational softball and hang out with the fellas. But once I really started like going to see other places and seeing different parts of the world, my thinking kind of went a whole nother direction. I think, and that may be a part of what led me to where I am today doing this. Just being able to, like, I went to Aruba and was able to, like, actually flying over. Let me go back even further than that. The first time I got on a plane was to Miami, Florida. And I was the whole time on the plane, I was just looking out the window. I'm like 32, 33 maybe. First time flying to Miami, just like I don't even let the shade down because I'm looking out the window the entire time. Just it's just crazy. Then going to Aruba and just flying over the ocean, going to Amsterdam and Paris, going to Cuba, just going to different places and visiting different parts of the United States too. It's the enlightenment would be the part where I'm at right now. Because I don't live in that closed Mississippi box anymore. I think I try to think outside the box, even though my kind of set my ways at this point. But I'm still in the enlightenment period of my life. Because 10 years ago, you got a YouTube channel? No, not. I probably would have told you some stuff you didn't want to hear if you told me that. But we here. Let's go see what y'all got in the chat box. Let's see. What we at? Stressing in college. Yeah, it'd be like that, man. But get that education. And even though it's long, hard, tough money, it's safe money. Getting an education and getting a good job is safe money. That quick money, it can, as fast as it comes, it can go that fast. Especially if you don't have a plan to invest it or save it or buy stuff that's gonna continue to pay you. That the faster that money comes, the faster it go. But the slow money, you appreciate it more. Your 9 to 5 grind, and you start getting a nice income because of that. You appreciate that money more. Patience and learning to hustle. Yeah, I've become a lot more patient. A lot more patient. I can see that. Grinding to greatness. Hey, that's always. That's always. And to me, grinding is trying to perfect your craft, whatever that craft is. If it's a brick mason, throwing up the best and fastest house you can. If it's bagging groceries, you be the best grocery bagger ever. Make sure you double bag my canned goods. So whatever your profession or your grind is, grinding is just trying to perfect it. God's son, I'm alive. I ain't dead. God is great. Can't be mad at that. Today, in this climate, salute on that one, God's son. Salute. Let's see where we at. Blessed, but not finished. Yeah, that's it. Chapter 30, family time. Hey, we empty nesters. We empty nesters. Kids are freshmen in college. So our family time, we have good family time. We have good family time. Me and my wife, we straight. We compliment each other pretty darn good. She funny at times, I'm funny at times. And then the fights don't last long. They don't last long at all. All right. Lead by faith, not by sight. Coach, if you were the Ravens GM, who would you grab at 28? We talked about that earlier, but in real life, I would trade that. What's that? Brownie, I trade 28. But when this is over with, you can kind of rewind. I kind of elaborated on that a little bit. And the last question. Where's the last question? Here it is. Oh, that's not the last question. This is the last question. What's your favorite restaurant? Because I know if you're not an essential worker, if you've been told to stay home, I know we all eat. So what I want to know is, what's y'all favorite restaurant? My favorite restaurant right now is Tijuana Flats. I am a taco burrito freak. I can eat Tijuana Flats every day. Every day. All day. Tijuana Flats is the ish. Tijuana Flats is the ish. Godson, my wife's kitchen. Well, I do most of the cooking. So if I'm gonna answer like this, it's gonna be my kitchen. I do most of the cooking. Waffle House, come on. Well, Waffle House is good. All-Star, scrambled eggs, hash browns, sliced, smothered and covered. That is. See, I know my order at Waffle House. Ryan's Buffet, Zaxby's with 4-finger combo, no slaw, double fries. My inner fat kid coming out. Well, my average fat kid coming out. Steak and Shake. I recently discovered Steak and Shake maybe about 1.5 years, 2 years ago, and they burgers on point. Even though you in the drive-through forever, they burgers on point. Papa Do's. I haven't eaten that Papa Do's yet, Rob. Junction, what's good? I see you in here. Tokyo Restaurant and Sushi Bar. Is Devin? Is Tokyo? Is it a chain or is it hibachi or whatever? Because I'm a fan of sushi too. Hibachi is. I haven't had a bad hibachi yet. The greatest one I've had was in Jamaica, and he got the chef got the vibe right. Like he was passing out sake like it was water. He was throwing, vegetables and meat and cracking jokes and dancing and interacting and flirting with ladies. It was crazy. And now that I say that, I don't remember if his food was the greatest. His environment, the entertainment, the ambiance he set up was great. Oh man, you would love South Florida. So many authentic Mexican food places. Yeah, I've been to Miami a couple times too. I think in Miami, I fell in love with a Cuban. I don't know what. It was some. It was on Miami Beach that I went to the place. I had a Cuban and I had cafe con leche. Ooh, that's what gets you right. Cafe con leche. And I'm gonna give you a little bonus. My favorite dessert restaurant is Better Than Sex, and it's in. I don't know where they have. I know they have another location, but the main one is in the Keys. It's in Key West. Key West. Better Than Sex. And all they do is dessert. All they do is dessert. All they do is dessert, and it's with a name like that, it better be good. Better be good. Now, with that being said, what time? How long we been on? We've been running an hour and 30. We're gonna take these last 5 to 10 minutes. If y'all got any more football questions, Matter of fact, I'm gonna throw this up there. Let me go throw this up there. This was the last part of the show, so let me see. Give me a second. Let's see if this works. Get right. Come on, lady. Yes, I know. So let me go and pop this up there. Taking calls for about 10 minutes. You can ask a question. You can chop it up about anything you want to. About 10 minutes, we're going to take calls, and then we're going to shut this thing down. Let's see. Mike B says, is it anybody good coming out of the U? Shaquille Quarterman, Jonathan Garvin, Jonathan Garvin. Trajan Bandy's okay. He's just short. I think that's about it. Trey, let's see. Bandy, Garvin, Quarterman. Jeff Thomas is coming out, but Jeff's small. He's fast, but he's small. But he's not fast. He's not fast enough for his size because he proved that at the combine. He didn't run a fast time to be a small guy. You got to be blazing if you're gonna be a small guy. But he go get it. Let's see what else. Bruno, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. This was fun to do this. And I need to stream more. So this is probably what I'll kind of lead to, especially with the me kind of scaling back on the film, with it being so close to draft time, and me, I ain't gonna say burnt out on it, but it's tough to do one of those videos and get it right and come out. It takes a long time. I have to go find the footage, the all 22 footage. Then I got to chop up the plays I want to talk about. Then I got to make sure I know what I'm talking about on them plays because I can't be out here sounding foolish. And then put it together in what's that? Whatever the program is. Then filter it out. Oh, we got a call. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we're working with. All right, 770. Who we got?
Hey, what up, Coach? What's going on? It's like father, like son.
Okay, let me see how long my speaker tripping. 1 second. There it is. All right, who we got here?
Hey, what up, Coach? It's like father, like son. What's going on?
What's up, man? How you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good, man. Thanks for the content.
No problem. I appreciate it. Having fun doing it. What you got for the show?
Yeah, so what do you think? Do you think it's a strong possibility that the Ravens might take those 2 second rounders and package them and get back into maybe the mid to late first round?
After 28 or before?
I think it'll be. I think if they do it, I think what they would do is pick 28,
and
then I think it'll be somebody that they really, really like. Before the end of the first round. So it might be a strong possibility that they take those 2 second rounders and get back into like pick 30 or something like that, or 31.
Kind of like they did with Lamar. Pick Hayden Hurst, then jump back in at the first round.
Yeah, exactly.
I can see that happening. But I think they'd have to be really sold on somebody to jump back up in the first round, especially picking at 28. Because I don't know if this DaCosta just throwing us off, but he's really liking the fact that we got a bunch of picks. What up, Law Nation? NTZ in the house. I see you in the chat box. But he's really giving me the vibes that he liked the picks. And unless it's just a lock guy there, and whoever his outstanding player is in his mind, and we don't know, that's who they might trade him to get that person. But other than that, I think he'll trade back and end up with 3 second-round picks or more.
Yeah, if they do the 3 second-round pick, I'll see them going interior, whether it's interior line as far as O-line or interior as far as defensive line, and then picking a skill position and getting out there into the 3rd round.
Yeah, I agree. I believe it's going to be 2 trench guys and a skill player. And I'm considering the linebackers trench guys too, because they all kind of play in the box. So rather 2 box guys, whether it be linebacker, D-line, or offensive line, and then using that other one on the skill guy. Who do you think they should pick at 28?
I appreciate it. Well, at 28,
yeah.
I think they're going to go with one of the linebackers. I think it's going to be Queen O'Murray. I know it's been a popular mock draft of a lot of people, but I think they need to address that. They really need to get at that. And then I think, honestly, we're a team that's built in the trenches. I know it's been kind of different from us because we put up so many points last year, but I think after they get one of those linebackers, they go back in the trenches, whether it's offensive line or defensive line. Right. And then we'll get flashy in the later rounds.
I agree. I think he's going to try to get the best interior guys available, and he feel like he can work with other guys because we have a quarterback that can do a bunch of different things.
One more thing, Coach. So I seen a report this morning that the Browns are interested in Yannick Ngakoue. If that happens, man, at some point, I just think that they got a lot of skill over there. I hate the Browns, but they got a lot of skill. You got to give respect where respect is. But at some point, they're going to be a problem if that happens, man. There's too much talent on one side of the ball, both sides of the ball.
Look, God, if Baker gets his head right, they're going to be dangerous.
They're going to be a problem.
If Baker gets his head right, and you already can't really block Myles Garrett.
Yeah, that's true. So you put somebody just as good as him on the other side, then it's a real issue. That's why I think it's real important for us to address the interior line.
Exactly. To keep them off the field. That's the best way to beat them guys. Keep them off the field and frustrated.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate it, Coach. I don't want to take up much more of your time. Appreciate the content, like I said earlier, man, and you got a subscriber for life, man.
I sure appreciate it. Appreciate you. Later. All right, go ahead, brother.
What's going on, man?
Introduce yourself.
It's God's time. What's going on, Coach?
I'm good. What's good with you?
Not much, man. I just called in. I don't know if you saying we got some beef, man. And Graven going live while you going live, man. We got to pull up on that Graven, man.
Oh, yeah, we definitely finna pull up. I'm finna shut this thing down. We about to pull up. Because he was in here earlier. I'm messing
with you, man. I really appreciate that the community is growing, man. I'm watching y'all. It's a new dude out there named Black Thought. He good. And I'm just liking that this Raven community building up, like, for real. Like, I appreciate that. Just give me a lot of stuff to watch. You know what I mean?
And so, as of right now, everything's all cool, too. As of right now, everything's all cool. No rap beef.
Yeah. I like Sonny. I don't got no problem with my man name.
Joe? Yeah.
I like guys like yourself and Voch who break down, the footage.
Yeah.
Can teach you in the process.
Godson, we got another. Oh, well, you already know about Law Nation, huh? You know about Law Nation?
Law Nation with Dallas, he a bad boy too.
But you know what's funny? Me, him, and Voch from the same town.
Yeah.
All 3 of us.
Y'all from the same town?
From the same town.
Yeah. When I first started seeing him and Voch link up, that's how, of course, from Voch, that's how I found out about him. And I'm like, yeah, he know what he's talking about. That's another little dude with like some cornrows for real that's doing this thing. I don't know his name. And Miami, I ain't gonna lie, low key, I be sitting back watching Miami Dolphins, man. That little community, they got a little strong community. Like how y'all went live the other day with all 6 of y'all on one channel. They do that like every other day.
Oh, okay.
So I like where we going, man. And like my man said before me, you got nothing but support coming from us, man.
Actually, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it big time. You always here.
Definitely. All right, my man. I'll let you next week.
All right. Stay safe.
All right. Be safe, man.
That was my routine caller, Godson. I appreciate it. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of ease this thing on out. We've been rolling hour and 40 minutes, so we go live together all the time. It be random too, Joe. It be random, Jared. It be random. It really is never planned. It'd be like, hey, I'm going live. Who want to join? And then we jump in there like that. It's never a planned thing. So that's it. You just got to catch it when you catch it. But again, the biggest thing, I appreciate all the super chats. I really do. I appreciate them. Jared, I don't want to forget nobody. Avril, I think like Father Like Son put some in there. Who else? Got Jared. The Goods dropped the dub in there. Arrow dropped 10. Hey, I appreciate it. But the thing is, share. I'm trying to get to, what's that? Where I'm at? Trying to get to 3,500. I think about 50 away. So share with somebody. And it ain't got to be a Ravens fan. It could be any NFL content because I'm going to add more NFL content in the fall. So if you have not heard, you know how I give you guys Ravens videos during the week, based off last week's game. Every Thursday night game is going to get broken down based off like something important that happens in the game, like a drive that turned it or somebody that went off or something like that. So Saturday morning, I'll be shooting to get a video out about every Thursday night game, unless the film is held. If the film is late and I don't get it till Sunday, I really can't do it on Sunday because I got a game plan for my own games. So, if they NFL films put the film out Friday night, Saturday morning, the NFL is going to start to get a glimpse of what I give you guys on Ravens Roundup. So that's where we're going. All right. So with that being said, share is the big word. Like, comment, subscribe, and hey, I see you when I see you. Peace.